I shaved.
I like that.
I use lotion now.
A little lotion and a little powder coating.
You gotta make sure everything's dry. But it's episode 1, American Confessions. We have Captain Midnight here with us.
Glad to be here.
We're gonna actually bring you all the best of the worst, the debauchery that everybody got to get it off their chest, I guess, right?
Well, I'm imagining that all of these Americans probably have this pent up, confession that they can't say at their water cooler meetings.
Those are the best ones, and that's hopefully what we're gonna get exactly. Can you tell us what you do? What's going on?
What do I do?
What do you do? You're Captain Midnight. I mean,
I have a internationally ignored rock and roll outfit, and we're based out of Nashville, Tennessee, called the Captain Midnight Band. And basically drive around in a van and gratify my ego.
I gotcha. So
Yeah.
It's your name spray painted on this big sheet.
That's right. My fake name spray painted on the bed sheet. Yep.
I remember that.
That's what I tell people when they're trying to screw me out of money.
Yeah. Well, can we find your stuff anywhere? What do you got?
Oh yeah, you can go to CaptainMidnightBand.com. You can sit on my Facebook at Captain Midnight Band Facebook.
Beautiful.
I tweet occasionally. And what's the other thing I do? Instagram. And occasionally you can find me getting really candid on Pugglemania. Puggles. Thank God it's Puggle Puppy Friday. And Pugglepalooza.
All right. I believe all that.
But fuck pugs and their puggle friends. They banned me.
Really?
Yes.
This is for real.
Well, it's not a lifetime ban, but I don't need to be on 5 puggle pages.
Yeah. Well, do you want to hear a confession?
Please let me back in. I want to see Sammy.
Well, let's hear some confessions. You ready?
I guess.
All right.
My first sex toy was a cucumber. If you're both hungry and horny, where do you stick the cucumber?
Okay. You gonna answer that question for her, or?
God, yeah. Well, first off, that's not so odd. A lot of people's first sex toy is a vegetable.
Mine was a grapefruit.
Mine was a butterbean inserted into my pee hole, and it's still there.
See, my thing is, if you're horny and you're hungry at the same time, you can break a cucumber in half.
I was thinking at least nibble some of it.
Some are curved. If you get a really long one that's curved enough, you can probably do both at the same time, all right?
My response to this person is to what you're dealing with here is a typical millennial who's used to instant gratification. They're like, must find out who played ogre in fucking Revenge of the Nerds. We'll look it up. You don't have to get a ride to the library, get an encyclopedia. There's no red tape to get a porn collection amassed. And these kids want instant gratification. So it's like, what do? I'm hungry and horny. I gotta eat, but I also have to juke myself with this gherkin. That's just so stupid. I feel so sorry for this girl. I think that what she should do is she should have bought 2 cucumbers, shoved one up her ass, shoved the other one up her nose, and then just choked on it. That's my response to that.
That's perfect. I mean, that's all the advice you could give anybody in that situation, I would say.
Or in a lot of situations, that's my advice. Shove 1 cucumber in your asshole, and then one up your nose, and then go do your algebra
I like
homework.
how you use juke. Juke yourself with a gherkin.
Well, she didn't have a baby octopus.
Yeah.
Or did she?
Celery.
That's right. I hope she gets the help that she needs. But seriously, I'm with you. Break the cucumber in half, shove half of it up your ass, and eat the rest of it.
Did she specify ass, or did she?
I'm assuming that she loves it in the ass. I mean, she's probably one of these Christians who's like, her first sex toy. She's like, I don't want to be not intact for my husband, so
I don't know.
butt
I mean,
sex. A lot of girls do that down south. They're like, I want to remain a virgin. Stick it up my ass.
That right there is some backwards ass shit.
That is, hey man, you know where we are.
Stick it in my ass. I want to remain a virgin.
It's so real.
Interesting.
It is so real.
Interesting. Should we go on to another one? You want to hear another confession?
I guess. You could hear that one again.
I mean, how old are you at this point? You gonna masturbate with fruits or
46.
vegetables?
Oh, how
Not
old is
you.
she?
How old is she?
Oh, yeah.
Are you not 18? Can you not go? I mean, you can go buy a vibrator at Walgreens.
You could basically go on social media and get anyone to come over and fuck you while you ate the cucumber.
A little salt.
Sure. Yeah, just make sure that you use protection.
They come wrapped in
because
plastic
That's
usually.
right. My grandmother said that a lot of the people who are picking these and harvesting these fruits and vegetables, a lot of the illegals are actually peeing on them. So use protection.
Peeing on them.
That was her big worry when I was a kid. Hey, wash
squirt.
those.
Squirt is pee. That's what they say.
That's horse shit.
It's part pee.
Maybe in like a fake adult movie.
Squirt? You're saying squirt itself is horseshit, or
Are you talking about the soda or female ejaculate?
ejaculate?
Okay.
I
don't know.
Female ejaculate.
Just,
It's
what are we?
piss.
It might be. There's probably some pee in there.
There's a little pee in.
I mean, look where it's coming from.
it comes out of the same hole.
I know there's a little bean in the tip of my wang from the previous conversation.
All right, let's hear another confession. You, all right?
All right.
You ready with that?
Sure.
So I was offered $100 to masturbate on camera. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty tempted, and I don't know. I'm just a little worried it's gonna be on the internet, and that's forever. But I think I'd be pretty good at it.
Well, I mean, that's your opinion. You're probably pretty good at jerking yourself off, I would assume. Or are you? What are you good?
You mean me
him,
or him?
Him.
Okay.
Pretty good
I don't
at jerking
know
off
it.
on camera or jerking off himself. Is he giving himself? Wow.
It sounds like you would just spend the rest of the day cleaning the camera. I mean, if you're going to jerk off on a camera, it's like, why would you do that? You'll ruin it.
They're expensive.
They're
They're
expensive, especially these days.
Yeah.
Now, you could get an old iPhone 5 and jerk off on that and use the camera feature, but,
That's perfect.
I mean, it sounds like
It's
as long as it's not your camera, it's $100. Like, why not?
I got one. I got an extra one.
Spend $10 on Kleenex, have a real nice lunch.
Well, the thing is, I mean, the more you beat off in front of a computer or any screen of any sort, I mean, you're somewhere online somewhere. You're already online somewhere jerking off. You just don't know it.
Wait, you mean jerking off? Someone's filming. Can we hear the confession again? I think I missed an article or something.
So I was offered $100 to masturbate on camera. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty tempted, and I don't know. I'm just a little worried it's gonna be on the internet, and that's forever. But I think I'd be pretty good at it.
He's been offered money to masturbate for a camera, not
onto
camera.
a camera.
Okay. Yeah, I do it, 100%.
I mean, if you're gonna masturbate onto
$100, man.
a camera, you can get yourself a little I mean, is that what like that's the fucking?
That's $100. You know how many hors d'oeuvres you can buy at Rose Pepper for that?
Well, I mean, he didn't specify what kind of camera. But that's not even the confession.
No, but someone's gonna give him $100. Who cares? I mean,
Is it $100?
wasn't someone
Just
paying
said money.
$100 to do it?
I think he just said money.
I
But
think
the
he's-
thing-
I
but-
think he said $100.
Well, we've deciphered he's not going to jerk off onto a camera.
I wouldn't do it for 90, but 100, no problem.
This is on camera. And my thing is, hey, if you've already been beating off to internet porn, there's a server somewhere in the government with
There's a satellite.
hours of you just yanking your fucking meat.
I hope so.
It is.
Yeah, that's why I dress up whenever I slap off to internet porn, just in case someone's watching.
Put a little lipstick, eyeliner.
Yeah, put on a little glitter, sunglasses,
There's always an audience, whether you like it or not.
This show will prove or disprove that.
Well, I don't know. How much money are we talking?
$100?
$100.
Remember the end of Boogie Nights when Marky Mark got his dong out
Yeah.
and then they could beat him up?
Yeah.
So maybe not. Yeah. Maybe not. Yeah.
Well-
just be like, no way, weirdo.
Nah. Well, I mean, it's just. So many questions. It
Maybe
just raises
Bitcoin. Give me some Bitcoin, and I'll use that to supply my family with the things they need and jerk off on your camera.
I'd have to set a time
I'm in
limit
front of your camera.
on your camera, in front of your camera. Maybe that'd be a thing right there. Jerking off onto a camera on camera.
You just blew my mind.
I mean, it's like that's some Inception.
I can't even. I
Like
can't
just
understand it.
Like an old 80s Nikon or
I really
something,
can't stand it.
I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Well, yeah.
Do you understand the implications of beating off on a camera in front of a camera?
No, I obviously don't. I think it's...
I can't, yeah. Next confession, please, before I lose my cool. I like those.
These are sweet.
They are.
Pets are not children. I can't fucking stand it when people wish a happy Mother's Day or fucking Father's Day to people with pets. You're keeping those animals captive till Stockholm Syndrome kicks in. You are not fucking parents.
I feel like you're well qualified for this one.
I feel like what is he confessing? I don't know what he's confessing.
He's just bitching, right?
Is that a confession? What did he do? He just got mad.
I think he's he's just mad that maybe he doesn't have a dog.
I think he's one of those people that goes to the dog park and he's like, "Hey, buddy," and no dogs come up to him. That's what I think.
That's a good judge of character right there when dogs don't like somebody.
You know what? People go really, they get real weird about these holidays, and they're like, well, Happy Mother's Day, Happy Father's Day, that's why would you care? I mean, why is that guy mad? That guy sounds like he needs to jerk off on camera for some money. or eat a little cucumber.
Yeah.
Or a big cucumber.
Huh?
Yeah.
Make sure you wash it first.
I don't think that's a confession. I would say pass.
It's definitely
I have
not
no
a
advice for
confession.
him.
It's just a bitch, right?
Yeah, he's a little bitch. He can't
bitch.
stand it because people are trying to have a little joy in the world, and he has none.
Unfortunately, that's the way some people are. But I feel like you're well qualified with that because you got a great little pup.
Hey, I do have a great little pup, and people say, "Oh, well, you're Klaus's parents," and I go, "Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
He's my son."
I can kind of get behind the bitch factor when it's like some people can be a little cheeky with it. You wearing you go out, you're wearing your dog mom hoodie,
That doesn't bother. That tells me that they're a friend of the canine, and it's probably someone that I would like to manipulate with a piece of fruit later on when the sun goes down.
Juke with a gherkin.
That's right. No, that doesn't bother me because it's like, okay, here's someone who is saying, first of all, that I've never seen like anyone wish a mom of a dog Happy Mother's Day. I've never seen that, so that's foreign to me, and I don't mean like Lou Graham.
Well, there's some of the things.
Excuse me, foreigner.
Because the thing about it like that is, that's my mother.
Isn't it?
Bad time for my mom to be calling right now. Well, these days it's who's making up all these holidays? Because that's it's national.
Hallmark.
Hallmark is
Hallmark.
I don't know
Yeah, they got to get rid of all those cards.
Yeah, but there's a national day for like every fucking thing anymore.
Well, it's a joint effort between Hallmark and I think Cadbury because no one buys all of the eggs and then they rewrap them at like 4th of July and it's like 4th of July Cadbury egg and it's rotten and the cream center is
that's what
like
it is.
Rotting and they keep repurposing it with new foils and new colors. Now it's red, white, and blue, but it's
Cadbury,
still old.
The day after Easter Monday, Cadbury sends people out to go dig through your trash to get any uneaten eggs.
Oh my God!
They
what?
They take the uneaten eggs, they bring them back, rewrap them in like a 4th of July or
the girl
Christmas
from
wrapping.
2 calls ago should masturbate with a Cadbury egg. That I would pay to see.
Could you chain them
$100
together? Maybe chain them together somehow.
Yeah, I mean, like a
Like graduated,
a bead, like a
graduated-
bead strip of Cadbury eggs.
Yeah, yeah.
You'd have to freeze them first because they would melt, and then the cream filling would
You're
just.
right.
You'd get a.
Then you'd have. It'd be
What's the
question-
sugar version of a yeast infection? What do you call that?
I don't know. Well, yeah, you'd have to freeze them first, right?
Sucrose.
Do they make different size Cadbury eggs? Or are they all the same size? Do they make like mini ones?
I
Could
mean,
you, like make some graduated.
I don't think so. I think they
Cadbury
have to be
anal beads?
big enough. They do make a different candy. I'm talking about specifically the one that the bunny shits out.
I thought bunnies shit out Peeps.
Guess it depends on if they are shoving Peeps up their ass.
You like
or
Peeps?
not. I don't. Yeah, they don't bother me. I don't understand the hatred for Peeps. It's like, just don't fucking eat them.
Well, that's the same thing with like candy corn. I love candy corn personally. But
Yeah, it's very sweet. So what? People like different things.
But it's
you
the
know?
same. I think they just made one giant batch of candy corn in like 1987, and they're still selling it. Like it's all the same shit.
It's in the warehouse next to the Cadbury eggs,
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yep. And then a lot of Hallmark cards. Let's see. Doberman Dad's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, fuck that guy, the pet guy.
Whoever confessed that, he should be put down.
I agree. I agree. Well,
Who else is doing naughty things?
I don't know. I don't think we have any more confessions today. I think we're just doing 3. Are we going to do another one? Do you want to hear one more?
I'd love to.
Let's hear one more.
I got a long drive, you know.
Legally speaking, how many hoops would one have to jump through to have a Viking funeral? I'm talking raft set ablaze by flaming arrow type shit. Asking for a friend.
Okay. He's asking for a friend.
I highly doubt it.
About his confession. It's not a confession. He's just asking a question for his friend. If you can have a Viking funeral. Absolutely, yes, you can. You have to go to Norway, and it's totally legal. Tell your friend.
In Norway?
Tell your friend that you're asking for.
But there's nothing you could do here to make that happen.
Why is he asking for a friend if it's anonymous? There's no shame. Why is he
Nah.
doing that? That's so weird.
I mean, I would do that. That'd be pretty cool.
I would-
For myself.
I would. Yeah, I'd do a Viking funeral. Although I think I'm going to be cremated, and then I'm going to be made into a dog collar for my dog son to wear.
That's so twisted and sad.
Maybe inject it into a Cadbury egg. That guy's not confessing. He's just asking a simple
He's asking
question.
a question. I mean, we're not professionals on this matter. I don't know how to properly dispose of a human body, but I mean, I'm
Sure, yeah. Why would you? You've never done anything.
I've never done anything like that.
Human body disposed of. I mean, like, what are you trying to say?
I don't know
Like,
anything about that.
I don't know. Why would you know?
I've never killed anybody.
Right? Yeah, you wouldn't. I mean, that saw in your garage is used for forts.
Oh, Meredith. Yeah. Shit. Forgot about that one.
Well,
I'm sure you could figure it out somehow. What? Do you have money? If you've got money, this can happen. I would say, correct?
I think you could probably go to Alabama or Mississippi, my home state, get a John boat, get some gasoline, and have yourself a right Viking funeral
I think
in the heart of Dixie before the sheriff or the constable shows up. The body's already been burned, the evidence has been burned, and for all they know, you just had a barbecue.
So you're saying do it to yourself? Go out in a John boat, douse yourself in gasoline, and just cremate yourself in the middle of a pond?
No, you have
Like
to
in
have
your parents'
someone
back-
do it. You're dead. It's
Like
the
you-
funeral already. That'd
that
be a
like-
Viking suicide,
Oh yeah, I guess
which
you're
is
right.
against their religion.
Is it?
Yeah.
You seem to know a lot about this.
Listen to a lot
just
of Yngwie
imagining-
Malmsteen.
I'm just
when I was
imagining this.
growing
For
up.
some reason, I'm imagining this happening in Oxford in that pond in the backyard.
I'm heading there right now, actually, and I'll do a test run.
Do
We'll
it.
see. Yeah, my nephew's going to be there. We'll pretend.
I'm sure there's a dead raccoon or something around there. You can.
There actually is a dead possum in the backyard, or there was. My dad wrapped it and threw it in the garbage, and my mom became infuriated. But yeah, Viking funeral. If he's confessing that he would like to do it, then I think that's fine.
Gotcha.
If he's just, he can tell his friend that Andy at midnight okayed it
All
when
right.
the friend asks,
That'll work.
how did that confession go?
Barely a confession, more like just a question.
Yeah.
It works.
Maybe we should have a subsection that's just American questions.
We got some what the fuck headlines from the week.
Okay.
Did you hear about the Pornhub released the boner hiding bathing suit?
Did
you hear about that?
I did not hear about that.
Apparently, it's some kind of bathing suit that's gonna keep your dong from protruding.
Why not just go to a nude beach?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Not nude beaches. Do people walk around like fucking dong hard or like?
I do. It depends on the beach, you know. Like,
Do you get kicked out for such things?
I mean, if you're
Arousal?
if you're in Vancouver, no, anything goes. If you're in, you know,
But I mean, aren't
Gulf Shores, yeah, they don't like it.
I've never been there. I've never been to a nude beach, but
Which way is the nude beach?
but I'm just like, what, is it going to be frowned upon if you're walking around full mast? I mean,
It's probably going to be ground upon. Got downed upon.
how about this? Gay couple,
Yeah.
they look very similar.
Okay.
Very similar. All their friends pressure them. They say, you guys are like twins. They say, hey, go
Okay.
get a DNA test. See what's going on. They go get a DNA test. Turns out they're identical twins. Long lost identical twins.
Well, hey, man, you know, I do know that in the gay community there is a trend where people kind of dress like each other because in all seriousness, and this is something that many of my gay friends have told me, you can share a wardrobe. You find a partner that's roughly the same size and build and likes the same thing, so you can share a wardrobe, so you have twice as many clothes.
It's convenient.
And then also you get the exquisite sensation of making love to yourself.
Pretty much,
if you turn the lights low.
So, yeah, so I mean, the guy's ass would be basically a carbon copy of yours.
Yeah, or at least looks similar. And then I think this is actually a David Cross bit where he's talking about, like, if you did something good, you could be like, oh, you.
Oh.
You know? And if you did something bad, you're like, you know?
Do you think
You locked your keys in the car. That's I think it's a David Cross bit. But they turned out to be related, right?
identical twins? Do you think that started in the womb? Do you think they did a little around in the womb before they?
Absolutely. Think. I'd bet $100 on it.
Yeah. I wonder how that happens.
Wonder how I could get $100.
Yeah, you can beat off on a camera on camera. Yeah. Coming up, next couple episodes, we got Uber stories to lift you up. That's going to be extra special. We got Dorm Party as well. All your most favorite college confessions.
Ooh. I skipped class a lot. It's my confession. My parents like, why is your GPA so low?
Yeah. If you got any confessions you guys want to mail us, let us know. Get us on Instagram, Facebook, all the social media outlets.
Yeah, I'd like to hear some more confessions, frankly.
Some real ones.
Yeah,
Well,
I think we got a couple real ones. I just think that we also got a couple questions,
Gotcha.
you know. But yeah, I mean, who knows? I might confess something and disguise my voice and call in.
Never know.
Yeah, give me the number just in case. I know a lot of weirdos.
Well, I appreciate you being here. Captain Midnight.
Yeah. Thanks for using my real name in the movies.
They can edit that out, right?
All right. Thanks for using it on network television. Yeah, you can beep that out. And hey, man, it's always good to see you. I love you so much.